Let's take a look at some fairly common HTML elements that we use. So we did the H1, which is heading 1. Now there are a few others. There's H2 as well. And let's say hello there. And as you can see, this is going to be smaller. And it goes all the way to 6. So there's actually a cool trick you can do. You can hold Shift Alt and press down on your arrow key. And we can rename this to H3. H4, H5, and H6. So let's do that really quickly. Oh my goodness, there we go. H3. And as you can see, my Visual Studio Code editor auto-completes the last thing if I want to change it to. So if I change this to H4, it changes automatically there too. H5 changes there automatically as well. And this is again just a small little extension that you can add if you go to the marketplace here, and you can search auto rename tag and install that. Auto rename tag here, install it, and you are ready to go. So H5, and let's do H6 as well. Let's also copy this and just say hello there. So these are all the different headings that you can use. I'm going to zoom in a bit here so you can see. Okay, and basically you would use these as titles, you would use these as logos, and also what I want to clarify is that the importance matters here. So heading 1 is way more important than a heading 3 or a heading 4. Okay, so to give a proper example, let's go and navigate to a website and see what's up. Here is a quick example that I want to show you. On this website, you can use the headings to give importance to the things that you have on the page. So maybe the logo here towards data science can be a heading 1 because that is very important. The site of your name is very important. So you would add it as a heading. The title of this article can be a heading 2 because it's still very important. You might want this to show up in search results. And then you have some paragraphs going on here. And if you go down, this might be a heading 3. So it's kind of like a subtitle, and another heading 3, another heading 3. Okay, so you basically have one important title up here, and then you would go down in the headings and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's a very quick example on headings. We're going to obviously implement this in our website. And as you can see, besides these headings, we also have paragraphs. I'm going to get rid of all of those. We're just going to have the H1 to create a paragraph. What you're going to say is just say P and hit tab, and boom, we have a paragraph element. So here, again, hello there. This could be just some normal text. And there we go. You could use this. Now I'm zoomed in, so it's probably not as big for you. So let me zoom out, something like this. And as you can see, the browser also puts like a basic font size on it. It styles it a bit for you. This is bold. It just creates some basic styles. And it kind of varies from browser to browser. As you can see, there's also some space in here. If I duplicate this paragraph and hit save, the space in between these are not necessarily exactly the same as with the header. So as you can see, the space is bigger here. So the browser does do some basic styling automatically for you. And I also want to point out, when we are going to get to styling, you don't really want to use headings just to give your text some bold font to it or make it larger. All right, that's not why we use headings. Headings should be used to give importance of the structure of our HTML and the importance of the text on our website. That's why you use the headings. All right, you wouldn't use a paragraph as the title of maybe an article post. Okay, because we can style this if we want to look like this. That wouldn't be a problem. And also you might just want some bigger text. I don't want you to straight up jump to heading just because it gives this automatic styling for you. Really, I want to show you some elements that help us format our text here and our heading and everything else. So what we can do is we can actually wrap. So we can go in the paragraph here and we can wrap something inside another tag. So again, we can do this nesting that we kind of already did in here. We have the body, right? That's the parent element. And then we have all of these small ones nested inside. Same thing I can do here with the paragraph. I can nest another element inside here. So maybe I want to make this last one italic. Okay, so this could just be some normal text. I want to make this italic. So what I can do is go here and just add a space. I'm going to say I and hit tab. As you can see, that's going to generate it for me. And I can take the ending closing tag and just wrap it around this like this. So this looks a bit weird, but it's actually very simple. You just have the paragraph and then you just wrap the following text that you have inside this I. And if we hit save, as you can see, I'm going to zoom in a bit here. That's going to make it italic. Now there's a bunch of them. Let's replace this with strong. Hit save. As you can see, that's going to make it bold for us. So there's a bunch of them here. I'm not going to go through all of them because we're not going to be using these as much as you might be thinking. But let me just show you a few for fun. There's one called small. And as you can see, it kind of pulls it up here for you. You can kind of see what it does. Represents a side comment such as a small print. So if we hit save, we have this. We have small. We also have mark. Let's hit save. And as you can see, this kind of marks it like with a pen, with a blue, not blue, it's yellow, with a yellow marker. It's kind of like you drawn over it to mark it. There is also one delete, which is kind of gonna cross it out like that. And there's just a bunch of them that you can use. But again, we're rarely gonna use this. We're not gonna be using it as much, but if you ever need it, you know at least what to look for. You can just search up a formatting for the text.